Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we will be doing the review for this Fossil Q Marshal Smartwatch. And I have been using this for a week, and I won't go in depth regarding the physical overview and other aspects of this smartwatch because I've already covered all those aspects in my unboxing video. And this is not a review unit or anything. I had purchased this one from Flipkart and it sells for 22,000. So certainly on the premium site for smartwatches. And I'll share my experience. And people were raving a lot about this smartwatch because it's made by Fossil, a traditional watchmaking company. And I have to say, in terms of build quality and styling, it's very good. But there are some major flaws that I did not like. So I'll be sharing my experience. And the first thing is regarding the screen. And I feel on smartwatches, the screen is the most important part. And here I have to say, I'm frankly very disappointed with Fossil because the screen quality is simply not that great. If you just look at it straight, it's fine. But if you tilt it, the screen tends to start fading away very quickly. So they have put a very average quality LCD screen on this Fossil Q Marshal. For example, if I have to compare, if you have some very old smartphones in 2012 or whatever, if you had to tilt it, it used to fade the screen. It's like that. So it's very disappointing that the screen quality is not that great. If you look at it straight, it looks really good, but just tilt it a little bit and it starts to fade quickly. And again, at this price point, they should have put a AMOLED screen, but it's a normal, very average LCD quality screen. Next thing, what I liked is that in terms of fluidity, it's a very fluid smartwatch, and that is thanks to the new Snapdragon Wear 2100 processor. That's a quad-core processor that is specifically designed for wearables. And I have to say, the general performance was very good. Again, this is nothing special in terms of software. This is running on Android Wear, so it's typical to what you will notice on other Android devices. And I have used quite a few, for example, the Moto 360 second generation and others. And I have to say, in terms of UI and general moving about within the Android Wear OS, it's very fluid, and I did not notice any lagginess or whatsoever. Again, some of you might notice in the unboxing when I was doing it, it was a little bit laggy, and that was due to the fact that when we unboxed it and we set it up, it was actually downloading an update. Hence, it was a bit laggy, but now I've been using it, it's perfectly fluid. So in terms of fluidity, no issues. Next thing I like about this watch is this one also has a speaker, so you can actually take voice calls from the watch itself. I wouldn't say it's great in terms of clarity or whatever, but in a pinch, if you can't pull out the phone and you have to just say, okay, I'll call you later or something quick, 5-10 seconds, you can definitely do that. And I've used it about 3-4 times, but don't expect that you'll be doing very long calls using the watch, because the other parties always said that the voice was a little bit echoey, but in a pinch, it works. Next, if we talk about the battery life, I frankly had a lot of expectations with the battery life on this one because it's having the new Snapdragon 2100 SoC, which is supposed to be very much optimized. And another thing to note is that this watch does not have any heart rate sensor, and heart rate sensor generally drains the battery a lot. So I was expecting great battery life, but I would say the battery life is just average that you would get with other Android Wear smartwatches. It's nothing spectacular. And actually, I timed it, so I'll talk about the results. And the watch works in 2 modes. This is the always on mode, and another is the watch just lights up and it just goes blank. So when you use with only the blank mode, where you have to flick your wrist for the watch face to come, in that mode, I would say it can last about 1.5 days. For example, I took it off the charger from 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and at 11:45 at night, I had 40% battery life left. But when I enabled, so it was hovering about 3% drain per hour in the off mode, I would say. But when I enabled the always on mode, here it was draining about 5% of the battery every hour. And for example, again, if I take out the watch at 8 o'clock in the morning, even when I was going to sleep at around 11:30, 11:45, I was hovering about between 15 to 20% battery life. So yes, it can last easily for a full working day. But again, you have to charge it at night every day. And regarding the charger, they just gave a dongle like this. It's a USB cable. Again, watch my unboxing for more info. It attaches magnetically and it works. It does the charging, but again, I do not like the fact that it takes a lot of time to actually charge the watch. I didn't time it exactly, but it was just shy of 2 hours, which is again very high in my opinion. So if you are expecting that if you are in a hurry, you'll just charge the watch for 20 minutes and go, then it's not going to charge that much. And in that respect, in fact, I would say the Moto 360 generation 1 and even generation 2 charges a lot faster than this Fossil Q Marshal. Also, if you notice this watch, it has that flat tire design. It's not exactly round. And again, yeah, even the Moto 360s have that. But the thing is that Moto 360 has an auto brightness sensor. And the sensor was there in this flat tire. But this Fossil Q Marshal simply does not even have any auto brightness sensor. So you have to manually adjust the brightness. So I don't get the fact, why did they have this flat tire? It just ruins the look. So again, negative in my opinion. Again, you get used to that, but again, I don't like the fact that it does not have any auto brightness sensor, and unnecessarily we are having that flat tire design. Next thing is that, again, if you are too much into health and stuff, this one does not have the heart rate monitor, which other Android Wear watches have. Yes, it has the basic pedometer and it uses Google Fit, and the pedometer accuracy was fairly good, but again, it does not have heart rate sensor at this price point. Last thing, what I really liked about this watch is the build quality. It feels like a traditional watch in terms of build quality. The build quality is really good. So overall, I would say I had mixed reactions when I used this watch. And frankly speaking, I had higher expectations because I have been using Fossil watches and had very high expectations, but it disappoints me in terms of the screen quality that they have used. And if I have to rate this watch, I would rate it 7 out of 10. I hope you found this video review helpful. If you found it helpful, I'll appreciate if you can click the like button. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.